Hey, buddy, as promised, let's make some pizza. But before we get into that, let's talk about YBRH. It stands for You Belong Right Here. It's the title of my first self published children's book. If you haven't checked it out already, you can do me a huge favor and head on over to Amazon or to Apple Books and let me know what you think. Now, pizza. The first part of this recipe calls for 1.5 cups of pretty warm water, not lukewarm or like room temp, but pretty warm, not boiling, but it needs to be pretty warm, and 1 tablespoon of yeast. You're going to add the tablespoon of yeast to the warm water. You can also add a little bit of sugar to help activate the yeast, give it something to munch on. Stir that together and leave it alone for about 10 to 12 minutes. See you back in 10 to 12 minutes. Welcome back. Now that our yeast has bloomed, we're going to add flour to a stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, a bowl will do just fine. 3 1/4 cups of flour. Then you'll need some salt, about that much, however else that is, and some olive oil. We add that to the party along with our bloomed yeast. And we're going to let that mix until it's well incorporated. I have a dough hook, so I attach the dough hook to the stand mixer and let her rip. So exciting. We're going to let that go until it's well incorporated and it starts to pull away from the side of the bowl. That should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Now that our dough is done, we're going to take it out of the stand mixer or bowl, grease the bowl and top of the dough, and let it rest covered with saran wrap for about 30 to 40 minutes. After, while the dough is rising, preheat your oven to 425 and prepare your toppings. For the base, you'll need tomato sauce and cheese if you can have cheese, and then any other toppings you'd like. See you in about 30-40 minutes. Okay, welcome back. Now that our dough is done rising, let's assemble some pizza. Hopefully you've got all of your ingredients ready to go. You have your veggies chopped, your sauce ready, pan. Prepare your pan with pan. Yes, I used to have pizza pans. Yes, who knows what happened to them. So we're just using a Play-Doh cooking sheet. Okay, so you're gonna grab a handful of dough. If the dough is sticky like this, we can add some extra flour to help reduce the stickiness. So I get some flour, makes the dough less sticky, and I'm going to get about this much. I prefer a thin crust, so I don't need tons of dough. And I literally just spread this out. Do it whatever you like. If you can, make it into some cool shape. I just spread. To the thickness that you'd like, I prefer a thin crust. So I'm just going to push this out with the tips of my fingers to the edge. Some spots are thin, I don't mind. This is artisanal. I prefer the rustic look and taste of food. So I am okay with things being a little thin, not even. I prefer it that way. So now that I have my dough, the thickness that I want, and spread out on my pan, I am going to start with sauce. I prefer
less sauce, so I'm not going to put tons. So here's my red sauce, maybe a little more, and spread it all over from end to end. Again, as much or as little as you like. Maybe we need a touch more for here at the end. How does that look? Pretty good? Spread this out a little more. Now cheese. This is just plain mozzarella cheese. Another handful. I prefer my pizza to have cheese all the way to the edge. I can't stand it when I get to the end of the crust and there's no cheese. So a little more. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And that looks pretty good to me. Do it to your liking. Spread it around, clump around, whatever you like. Now for the other toppings. I love veggie pizza. So what I have is chopped onions, olives, mushrooms, garlic, spinach, and bell pepper. It's kind of my go-to veggie pizza. And I will start with the spinach. And just arrange it wherever you like. Remember, spinach wilts, so this may seem like, oh my goodness, a lot. It's not. A lot at all. Next, I'll do, I think, the mushrooms. And the onions. Drop some on the floor. Totally okay. Bell peppers. Chopped garlic. Trust me, the chopped garlic sets this off. And the olives. Maybe a little more garlic. Spread it out as you'd like. Some flyaway goodies here.
How does that look? Pretty tasty. I like to top it with some freshly grated Romano cheese. It's just a microplane. You can use whatever cheese you'd like. I think that's pretty good. Just adds a little sharpness. We are now going to pop this girl into the oven. So our oven is at 425 for about 17 to 20 minutes. I prefer a crispier crust, so I'll do it more towards the 20 minutes. See you then. Well, we did it. We made pizza. Let's see the end result. Here it is, friends. Look at that. I also made a fruit and veggie salad, but the real test is the taste. Let's give it a taste. So good. I'm telling you, the fresh veggies, chopped garlic, sends it to a whole new level. Here's what the pepperoni and pepperoni mushroom look like. I'm sure equally as delicious. I don't eat pepperoni, so I don't know. But this, the veggie, oh yeah. You can find the full recipe at my website, createdbyjoya.com. I hope you enjoy. See you next time.